Welcome to Gossip About Gossip, powered by Hedera Hashgraph. In each episode, we'll cut through the hype of blockchain promises and explore real-world examples of organizations creating the next generation of decentralized applications, which will bring trust back to the internet for us all.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Gossip About Gossip, the podcast where we talk about real-world applications of distributed ledger technology. My name is Zenobia Godschalk, and I'm the SVP of Communications here at Swirlds Labs, helping to grow the Hedera ecosystem. Today, I'm really excited to be joined by Jesse Leclere, who comes to us from our partner, CertiK. Hi, Jesse. How are you?
Doing very well, Zenobia. Thank you. Glad to be here today.
Yes. Well, welcome. So the topic we're going to talk about today is near to and dear to my heart, which is security. So can you give our audience a little bit of a background on who CertiK is and what you all do for partners like the Hedera ecosystem?
Yeah, absolutely. So CertiK is a blockchain security company. We were founded in 2018 by two professors of computer science from Yale and Columbia, who really pioneered the application of some pretty advanced mathematical techniques to security. One of those, a major one being formal verification. So since 2018, we've been auditing Web3 and crypto protocols. We have a large team of auditors who, really dig through every line of code of a project and pick out any security vulnerabilities. We also offer a security suite of products, on-chain monitoring, compliance and risk management solutions, all sorts of different, B2B as well as retail focused tools. Security in Web3 is basically what we do. And as that expands, our scope expands. And it's a very fast moving industry. So we're a very fast moving company, I think.
Absolutely. And, code auditing has been around for a long time. How do you see that market being different in Web3 than it was in Web2?
For sure. So yeah, you're right. It's not a new application. It's not a new sort of area of cybersecurity. But in Web3, you're dealing with brand new infrastructure. You're dealing with different layer one blockchains. You're dealing with interconnection solutions, bridges, those sorts of things. And smart contracts themselves are a very new technology, the last decade, basically. So auditing them brings up a lot of new facets to consider. And I think some of the main differences would be just the nature of smart contracts themselves. Once they're deployed, they are essentially immutable. They can't be changed very easily at all. And if they can, that's often a security vulnerability in and of itself. You don't want one wallet having access to a smart contract and able to change things after the fact. So you really want to get things right the first time, basically. There's not a lot of room for trial and error when the contracts that you're going to be deploying sort of secure hundreds of millions, even more, dollars of user value. So yeah, it's really important to get it right the first time, to be meticulous and thorough, and just consider those extra things, the interconnection with different layer ones. Tokenomics is another thing that really is brand new to Web3. So that's something we do as well, tokenomic audits, where we really look at how the economics of the token of the platform itself will function. So it really brings in cybersecurity. It brings in, finance. Platforms can be financially exploited, even if the code sort of works as intended. You can have financial vulnerabilities that do lead to loss of funds, just like a security exploit. So there's really a lot to consider, and auditing is not a simple task, but it is a rewarding one, I think.
Yeah. And I think, it's never been more important to sort of shift left in security, right? To make sure that has been reviewed sort of before you put it out there into the world. It sounds like it is both an audit of the code as well as the business logic that sits on top of that to make sure that there are no errors in that piece as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. As these are, DeFi is decentralized finance. So finance is such a critical component of it that you really need the decentralized technology audited, and you need the financial logic audited. And that's something that we do. We audit, all forms, all facets of a platform's deployment into the wild, its interaction with other platforms, its source code, even down to the layer ones that they operate on. So really a full service, full scope auditing security service we provide.
And tell us a little bit how you've been engaging with the Hedera ecosystem and some of the services.
So we are a Hedera security partner, and there's a pretty comprehensive entry on Skynet, if you take a look, which is our retail-focused, security platform where we provide a whole lot of metrics to the retail community, basically making it a lot easier to do your security due diligence. So if anyone heads over there, they'll see a wealth of security metrics. Just really digging into our analysis of the Hedera platform. And we work with Hedera partners. We audited the Stablecoin Studio platform last year. So, we're really excited to be working with Hedera and bringing our security services, our expertise. A lot of these partnerships include mentorship and just access to the services that we provide. So we're basically bringing our level of security to Hedera, making it easy for projects that build on Hedera to access our services and really raise the level of security and transparency across the entire Hedera ecosystem.
And so how does a project engage with you? They've built on Hedera. They have some, smart contract capabilities within their applications. Do they reach out to you personally? Are there a set of services that they tap into?
So they'll be able to reach out to us, directly via Twitter, via Discord. We have all our services very sort of public and public facing. As well, they'll be able to get in touch through Hedera, and that'll probably be the easiest way to, be a part of that incubation program, basically. So yeah, if any project is interested, they can reach out through those channels and start the conversation about security.
And I know it probably depends a lot on the complexity and the size of the application, but is there sort of an average time for an audit?
It's a good question. It does depend a lot, on the complexity of the program, on how many aspects of it are being audited, whether it's, a single smart contract versus all the smart contracts in the platform. So yeah, size and complexity do matter. As well as how much is going on in the markets, how many resources we can dedicate to that at the time. But generally, I think we're talking weeks. We're not talking months. Generally talking weeks. So yeah, we can get the ball rolling very quickly if the intent is there from the partner. So yeah, very flexible, very responsive to client needs. We have a large team of auditors, so we can allocate resources quite effectively. So if speed is something that is important, then we can definitely deliver that.
All right. I think in Web3, speed is always important. And you all continue to roll out new services. You continue to have new offerings. I see on the site sort of, fairly regularly. Can you share with us a little bit about, other areas where you see CertiK expanding over the next 6 to 12 months?
Yeah, absolutely. I think over the next 6 to 12 months, we're going to continue just offering our core services. And we have a number of platforms released recently that we are continuing to update. I mean, the Skynet analysis dashboard is one that I mentioned that's continuously getting updated with deeper security insights, deeper metrics. We very responsive to sort of customer feedback. We've really made it. One example is highlighting all the centralization that we find in projects. So there's a brand new little module on the Skynet dashboard for any project, just really giving users an insight into how centralized is it, what risks were flagged, as that's something that we heard from the community they wanted to hear about. So all these tools, they're very updatable in real time. We are offering a bug bounty program that is being expanded. So really incentivizing ethical hackers to get on the side of, reward them for the good work that they do in securing projects. We have Sky Insights, which is a compliance and risk management platform, which really helps sort of small to medium crypto firms, all the way up to large, but really it's targeted as like a streamlined, lightweight way to manage your compliance and stay on the right side of the ever-changing regulation, basically. So I think all those things will become more and more important as we go into the next 6 to 12 months. Things are likely to keep changing just as quickly as they have been. So yeah, we really want to provide a comprehensive suite of services that includes, things like penetration testing. KYC is another one that we're really proud of. I think we pioneered this KYC for project teams. So teams are able to verify their identity through a very secure, private, but comprehensive process. We've got ex-intelligence, ex-law enforcement people who really do a deep dive into how legitimate a project's founders are, and they can get a gold, silver, or bronze KYC badge that really, I think, communicates a lot to the community about their integrity, their willingness to stand behind their project. So those are all things that we're trying to do. We're trying to raise the standard of security for projects deployed in Web3 and raise the standard of transparency for the users of those projects who want to get involved and want to do so safely, without risking too much.
Fantastic. Well, I know a lot of people don't see this. It happens behind the scenes, but it is really encouraging to me to hear all of this, because this is, sort of the maturation of technologies and all the kinds of things that we need for businesses and individuals to be able to trust the infrastructure that they are building on and using every day. So Jesse, thank you so much for joining us today. Anything else you'd like to share with our audience before we wrap up?
I think you summed it up pretty well. This is the maturation of the technology. I think security is an absolutely fundamental step to building functional products. If it's not secure, it's not functional. So security really needs to be a primary consideration. And for people who can get in touch with us, see what we can do for your services. There's a lot that you can benefit from in the CertiK Security Suite. And for users, keep security top of mind when you're engaging with projects. And check out, Skynet. That's the number one platform where you'll find security insights. So and always anyone can reach out and get in touch, give some feedback, whatever you like.
I love it. If it's not secure, it's not functional. That is a great motto. Well, thank you, Jesse, for joining us, and all the best. We hope you keep us posted on your progress.
Will do. Thank you, Zenobia. And thank you for raising the standard of security and transparency in Web3.
Absolutely. Thanks.